Brian here, Fitzpatrick's Garage, Kildare. Do you want a large SUV? Or what about a large SUV with a massive boot and load area when you need it? Or what about a large SUV that's got a big boot and storage area that's also able to carry 7 adult passengers in comfort? Or what about a large SUV with a massive load area and boot that can carry 7 adult passengers that can also tow 2.5 tons using its nearly 200 horsepower 2.2 diesel engine? So like we're saying, Brian is my name, Fitzpatrick's Garage, Dublin Road, Kildare, family run business in operation for almost 70 years. I'm going to show you this car here, which is a 2019 192 Hyundai Santa Fe 4-wheel drive. This is the executive model as well. If you're wondering if this video is for you, I'm going to show you in the next minute what's in this car. So in this video, what we're going to do is have a look around this car in terms of the features on the outside and the features on the inside, and then we're going to go for a drive in the car as well. If there's any information you want on this car and you're in Ireland, you're thinking about buying it, call, text, WhatsApp, whatever suits, 086 843 1945. I'll be happy to go through any information. Or if you're just watching on YouTube and think the video is useful, please do like and subscribe, and let me know in the comment section below if I've missed something or there's something you want me to do better in the next video. The front of the car is really distinctive, so when you're driving towards people, it is the kind of car that people look at. The headlamp cluster, as you can see, it's got a full light here, it's got a dip light here, it's got parking lights up here, and front fog lights down low. And when the headlights turn off, you'll see they become daytime running lights, which are much brighter up top. I think it's a really intimidating looking vehicle at the front. I love it. The big grille with that headlight stack either side, it's so distinctive compared to anything else on the market. There's a nice piece of aluminium, which is brushed aluminium down the bottom, and then you have a shadow chrome style effect on the top of the grille. So it works really well on a black car. The other thing as well is the car will have parking sensors on the front because this is an executive model. And parking sensors are going to be standard on the rear of the car as well. And we'll see there is a reverse camera when we get into the car. Like the model that went before, there's such a nice rear end on this Santa Fe, and I really love the way it's got those 2 pipes exposed on the rear right hand side. And the taillights are so cool on these at night time. Look at the amount of designs in those LED taillights. Really nice, really distinctive. And it's got that nice H-Track badge just to denote that this is the 4-wheel drive version as well. Looking down the side of the car, there's little bits of chrome which are on the rear parts of the bumper. You've got a chrome surround all the way around the windows. There's chrome on the bottom of the door, and then moving around, that brings us onto the little bits of garnish on the front bumper. So it all comes together really well. And because it's an executive model, then you get privacy glass all the way around on the rear. So the car is really tough looking in black. I think that's a cool looking car in black. It's the right colour for it. Tinted windows in the rear, the bits of chrome all the way around. Reminds me of some of the big American trucks that you see on the road in the States. It's cool looking. So anyway, let's go for a drive in the car. The first thing you'll see in here is the camera, but the camera's got a pretty neat trick, which I haven't seen on many other cars yet. So the moment you see the way as we're pulling away, the camera stays on. And with most modern reverse cameras, as you drive away then, the camera, once you get about 10 or 15 kilometers an hour, the camera disappears. This car's got a neat trick. Press the button, it's back on, and you can leave it on the whole time. I love that. Why do I love it? I've absolutely no idea why. I just think it's really cool. I know you've got a rear view mirror and you've got mirrors and all that kind of stuff, but I guess it's just a novelty, and it is, in fairness, it is actually functional as well. So when you're looking out, you got your rear view mirror, you got your rear view mirror, you got your rear view mirror, but this is telling you exactly what's directly happening behind you. In terms of acceleration, as we get onto the motorway starting at 0, these launch really well because they're 4-wheel drive. So first gear, into second, we're up to 80 kilometers an hour, into third, that's 100 kilometers an hour, and now we're going up into 120 kilometers an hour into fourth. It's a fast car in fairness. This is, as we were saying, nearly 197 horsepower, so nearly 200 horsepower, and it has 4-wheel drive, and it's got 6 forward gears, and it can tow 2.5 tons. But here's the thing, lot of people need to do some towing and people go off and buy big Land Cruisers and Discoveries and things like that. This car can tow 2.5 tons, which is going to be 2 horses and a trailer, and it's still reasonably efficient in terms of fuel economy. So it drives really good and it looks really good, and now we need to talk about the stuff that people actually want in these cars from a pragmatic point of view. Right, so the first thing is, if you're going to use a 5-seater, this is the size of the boot that you're going to be looking at, so it is quite big in my opinion. And if you're going to use it for that function, then you've got a cover that'll go over the top area here, and there's actually also a boot cover that comes with it as well. One other thing is, they do have a spare wheel. Sometimes 7-seaters do not have a spare wheel. Second thing is, if you want to use the seats, you pull and you pull. So for size, do I look comfortable here? At 6 foot, I've got enough space here, so I'm going to sit behind myself. Just to show you, I'm going to do it in one rolling shot, so you know I haven't been messing around with the seats. So I am coming forward a little bit, but I still have enough leg room, and then I'm going to get into the back of the car, which is the 3rd row. Look, as an adult, you would want to spend an awful lot of time here, but it is definitely doable. So to get in the rear, there's a button here, move the whole seat forward, and then, sorry about the bad camera work, I'm still here, and I'm into the back. Okay, not brilliant, but it is definitely doable. But really, it's going to be for 5 adults, 2 maybe slightly not as tall people in the back. And one other cool thing I really like on these is, as well, you've got this function here, which means you actually have your own climate control for the rear 2 seats. I know that sometimes you want to get out of a 7-seater, but you have to wait for someone else to do it, and you can't. Watch this, 2 buttons here. How cool is that? And further functionality on these as well is, if you lift that lever there, it drops the seat down flat, and if you come around to the back and you grab this handle here, followed by this handle here, you end up with a absolutely gigantic load area. The back of the car is quite a nice place. There is lots of space, and one cool thing, they got 2 USB connectors back here. It's got privacy glass, but it also has these blinds, which are really, really handy for adults, but also for children as well. And the leather on the car then is a dark grey interior. So you have 3 head restraints, 3 3-point safety belts. I love the material finish on the seats. I think it looks really classy and upmarket. A feature in the rear of the car is rear electric windows, obviously, but you've got 2-stage heated rear seats in the back. Moving up front then, you'll see the colour of the door handles actually mimics the kind of shadow chrome that we saw on the grille on the front. So electrics for windows and mirrors in through here. The seats again have that lovely material on them in that dark grey with red stitching, and it's an electric driver's seat. Sitting in the car then, this is the view that you're going to see. So I'm going to straighten up that steering wheel for a sec. While we're here, we're going to have a look at the trip information. So the trip computer is going to tell you things like your AdBlue level, it's going to tell you your current fuel economy, it's going to tell you the current speed and trip A and trip B. You can also see where power is being distributed between the wheels. You've got your lane keep assist, you've got driver attention, which tells you if you're swaying, and you've got tyre pressure monitors when you drive, and then after that you can change any other settings you want. The right hand side of the steering wheel then will have cruise control. Over here then we have auto wipers, which come on when it rains, and over here then there's automatic lights that come on at night time, and they also dip when you meet traffic and go full when you go to an unlit area by themselves. Bluetooth and radio functions then are on the left hand side of the steering wheel. And moving over into the center then, you got the button to control the camera that we talked about earlier, which is the reverse camera as well as just a normal driving camera. Parking sensors front and rear, and we got the steering wheel mode to make the steering more aggressive or lighter depending what the preference is. And in through here then, you got a USB connector, another USB connector, and you got a wireless charging pad in here, heated steering wheel, front heated seats to go with the rear, dual zone climate controls to different temperatures on each side of the car, and then screen here also has things like a smartphone connection. What I mean by that is things like Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I've got an Apple, so I go in here and then I've got my maps, or I've got all the messaging and WhatsApp and any other apps. Obviously I don't seem to have a lot of apps, but if I had a lot more apps, they'd all be in there as well, so that's damn cool. There you have it. That is our 192 Hyundai Santa Fe 4-wheel drive executive. We actually own this car since brand new as well, so we know it inside out. So like we're saying, give me a call, text, WhatsApp, whatever suits if you're interested in buying the car. If you want information about trading in, finance, or any other information on this really, really nice car. Here's the thing, with the way things are going with electric and hybrid, there's still loads of people around here that still need a car that can actually tow. They want a diesel car, they want a car because it drives nice, they want a car because it's big, it's got 7 seats. There's actually not that many kind of cars left on the market. They're starting to disappear. These are really, really good, and they're very reliable, and the warranty runs until 2024 on this particular vehicle as well. So if there's any information you want, please do give me a shout, and if you've been watching on YouTube and think it's useful, please do like and subscribe because it lets me know the video is useful, and if I've missed anything, just let me know. So thank you for taking time to watch.